Hey everybody, Mark Comfort here, and most of you know that my wife and I are hosting our first trip to Antarctica in February, late February, right after the Super Bowl. Hopefully it'll be the Chiefs playing in that Super Bowl. And I literally just got back a few days ago from Antarctica, from Ushuaia, where I went to see the ships that we will be on, and I went there for two naming ceremonies. The naming ceremony of the World Traveler. Here's Vanna White here. Here's Nicole.
Hello.
And not only the World Traveler naming ceremony, but also the World Navigator. So the World Traveler, one ship, World Navigator, the other ship, by Atlas Ocean Voyages, a brand new cruise line. They're only a year old, and wow, was I impressed. Oh my gosh, I wanted to go see these yacht-style cruise ships, and I got to see two of them, and architecturally, they're the same ship. So this is what I learned, and what I'm going to go over with you today is what I learned on that and what you need to prepare for your trip to Antarctica. And by the way, if you know anybody that still wants to go with us, in late February, I think it's February 21st, 2 days before that in Buenos Aires. What a spectacular trip we had. The 2 nights where Atlas put us up in Buenos Aires was at the Aviar Palace Hotel. It was fabulous. The hotel was great, 5-star hotel in every way, and its location was absolutely perfect, right next to the Recoleta Cemetery area, walking distance. That's where Eva Perón is buried, right walking distance to the biggest park in all of Buenos Aires, where all these fabulous sculptures are, and walking distance to probably 10 to 15 really good restaurants. Buenos Aires has great restaurants, and our dollar is so very strong right now in Argentina that I think you'll like it. Now, we spent the 2 nights there. Then Atlas shuttled us back to the Buenos Aires airport, and we took their charter on Aerolíneas Argentinos airline, big Argentina airline that goes to Ushuaia. Ushuaia is at the bottom of the earth. It's the farthest south city in all of Chile, all of Argentina, and all of South America. Chile and Argentina are 2 countries kind of like the state line here in Missouri and Kansas. They, on one side of the big old canal where we went out of Ushuaia down towards Antarctica, Argentina was on the east side, and Chile was on the west side. Kind of cool. So what I want to go over with you right now is what I learned on that. And these are expedition type ships, and man, the expedition experience was second to none. It was absolutely spectacular. I'm going to show you some pictures here in a minute about that. But let me, before I go into all the pictures and all the things about the ship, let me talk to you a little bit about the clothing and what to wear. You will get oh, by the way, I should show you this. How about this? Beautiful. This is where your brochures will come, or your documents will come to you like that. See that? Atlas Ocean Voyages. I thought it was leather, smelled like leather, looked like leather. Apparently, my staff tells me it's not really true leather. You know, all those ladies that know the purses and all that stuff. Okay, with that came our brochure booklet. In that booklet, it talks to you about everything you will need to know. But what I want to spend a little time on right now is what most people are asking me about, and that's what to pack. Okay, you'll get all this. So I want to just show you and tell you a little bit about this. And the first thing you might have noticed is this beautiful parka that I have on. I like this shade of green. It goes with Chiefs red really well. It's Christmas colors, and you'll stand out in the snow and the ice. So this they give you, Atlas gives you. I guess it's the old saying, it's you pre-purchased it with your cruise cost, okay? But it's really, really nice. There's 2 levels to it. There's the outer side parka, and then there's an inside sleeveless vest that is really, really nice. So you do not need to take a big, heavy parka down. If you want to, you're welcome to. And by the way, it's got a hood to it, and you will need that hood. There are times when it's raining, snowing, and the rain and the weather, the wind's blowing, and it gets really pretty doggone cold. So we'll go over all that. Base layers, this is the first thing it says. Let me talk to you about what base layers is. Yes, Vanna.
Would you like to show them here? While you're getting your base layers ready, we're going to show them your screen here, and we're going to go through, and I'm going to move this.
Is this embarrassing to show people my underwear?
Well, here you go. Here's why you're going to need all these layers.
Yeah, and a lot of that is obviously, even though the weather, and this might be surprising, in Antarctica could be in the 30s, when that wind comes across the ice or the water and the ice, it can be downright cold. So let's prepare for the worst. This is our expedition team. How cool. This is actually the team that will be on our World Navigator, and they are experts in a lot of categories. They're the experts in the wildlife that we will see. They're the experts in the Antarctica Treaty that will tell us who owns Antarctica, right? How about that? It's a continent. Who owns it? You're going to be surprised about that. I learned it. That is the Zodiac. There's 11 Zodiacs on our ship. There are kayaks. There are paddle boards, and there is the opportunity to spend the night on land. Okay. Nicole, can I go to the underwear? I've got this underwear in my
Here's your base
hand.
layers.
So, base layers is your long underwear or leggings, ladies like to call it. I like to call it long underwear. Matter of fact, if you think about it this way, I don't know if any of you are snow skiers at all. I am. I want you to pretend like you're going to go on a snow ski trip up in the mountains, and it's going to be cold. So what do you need to keep yourself warm? Base layers. I love, this is my favorite. It's Under Armour, but Columbia, Patagonia, all the manufacturers have long underwear, okay, both bottoms and tops. Now, this is the new thing. This is my long underwear top, but it's got this reflective, the old thing was silver reflection was the best because it radiates body heat to keep you even warmer. Very, very thin, very, very lightweight. You can get it at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get it online. You can get it almost anywhere. But that reflective silver, or now the new thing is gold, on the inside, all it does, it reflects the body heat to keep you warmer. And that is a big deal. This is your base layers. You want to have that. You will also want to have wool or fleece type socks that keep you warm. Again, think about going snow skiing, okay? You can get these wool socks about anywhere. I guess maybe while I'm at it, let me tell you, I would advise you to get these gloves like you would get when you go snow skiing. I've got all that. Oh, one thing that I didn't bring in today that I want you to know about. I would urge you to bring those ski goggles. Get a pair of ski goggles like this. When that wind is blowing off the ice and off the snow, it can get bitterly cold, and you don't want to get the least amount of skin showing, the better, okay? And so covering your face is a big, big deal. Having that goggles, they're literally ski goggles. If not, get reflective, or both actually you should, get reflective. There we go. There's ski goggles.
There you go.
Yep.
Those kind of ski goggles.
Yeah. By the way, a lot of people are going to get GoPros and put it on their heads. The other thing I want to show you, this is a big deal right here. This is a ski mask that you put on that covers your head, lets you breathe out of the mouth area. This is the nose piece, and then covers your neck. Okay, let me show you this again. This is a real handy thing to have. Again, it goes over your head. Your mouth is covered. That's obviously what gets coolest when you're breathing, as well as your nose, and it covers your neck. That, again, is a big, big deal. Okay, so Nicole, that's our base layers.
Your base layers. Okay, now we're going to show them your screen, and they can see your mid layers, but we kind of talked about those with your thick socks.
Well, yeah, but mid layers, listen.
Yeah,
here's a deal. We have Spider Savage makes a winter type ski. It's called mid layers. Sweater will work. Anything like that again will keep heat in and keep you warm, but is as light a weight as possible. That's the key. You don't want to be weighed down. but this is what you call the mid layer, okay? So that, we talked about the thick socks, shirts, glove liners, things like that. By the way, we'll go over all this again when we do our document party, but I thought it would be good for you to have information about what to plan and what to bring. The outer layers, as it says right here, keep you dry. And remember, it can rain or with snow, that Zodiac you sit on. We had people on our trip that had blue jeans, and it rained a couple times, and their blue jeans got wet. You don't want that. Have your ski pants. This is a pair of ski pants. They're Columbia is the brand, and again, it's got that reflective lining on the inside to keep my legs warm. It's really fairly lightweight for as heavy as it is, but this is what I'm taking, and this is exactly what I wear when I snow ski, okay? So, again, snow ski clothing. That's really what you ought to think about when you go out to buy or get the clothes that you need. Face and neck, you want to keep them covered, so scarf or the neck gaiter. A lot of people will call this a neck gaiter, and that's perfectly fine. You know what gaiters are from our time in the pandemic. Wool, cap, jacket, hood, cover up. We talked about all that. This is really important, what I'm ready to tell you about. If you've been on, if you snow skied at all, you know the snow reflects or the ice reflects the sun. So sunscreen is really, really important. And what they will do, because we're in Antarctica where the environmentalists are everywhere, and they are really crazy, careful down there, as they should be, as we want them to be. So it's, Nicole, how do you say that word? Oxybenzone?
Correct.
You have to have sunscreen without oxybenzone for environmental protection. That's a big deal. Lip balm, same thing. You want to keep your lips moisturized, and oh boy, you do not want to get your lips sunburned. I've done that, and that is horrible. Same way with your eyeballs. And polarized sunglasses, polarized goggles too. Very, very important. Okay, that's our top layer. So I think we've gone through that. Here is a picture of me with my stuff on. These are my, let's start at the bottom, work our way up. Those are the muck boots that let you wear. You order them. I wear size 10.5 shoes, 11. They come, you know, in even or in regular sizes, not half sizes. And those muck boots are waterproof, and they go up to your knees. Okay, you put your snow pants over them, and then the parka over that, and then wearing some sort of headgear like I've got with my Chiefs hat on, snow hat on. That's what you want. Now look at the picture on the right. I love this. They did this so fabulously. Atlas did. They have they call it a mud room, where everybody, you will order the size you want. And I brought these back so you can try on the sizes of parkas. When you get there, the parkas for you both, if it's a couple, will be in your locker. See that room 540. So people who are room 540, they will just go to that locker. That will be their parkas. There will be the muck boots for the size they ordered, and there will be the life preservers that you see us wearing. Boy, were they careful about safety, as they should be in those cold, cold waters. You see my buddy Brad to the left of me. He's got one of those hats on that has, I call it the Elmer Fudd ear protectors, and that's a good one too. Next picture, Nicole. Okay, there's our ship. Isn't that beautiful? Holy cow. And we spent our time indoors, a lot of our time indoors up on the observatory lounge, which is 180-degree visibility of the outdoors. And you will spend a lot of time up there because it is beautiful and it's warm. Okay. Bottom left is the rooms. The rooms were appointed very, very, very nicely. The beds were so comfortable. Some have verandas. Some have these Verizon or Horizon windows that come down from ceiling halfway down, wall to wall. Fabulous, because you'll see pictures like you see in the middle there of some incredible sculptures. Now you want to be prepared, because maybe you're inside of the dome or whatever, and then there's something just spectacular, or there's whales or whatever, and you want to go outside, because the decks, as you see, are very nice, and they're made for you to go outside to see the beautiful scenery and then get back inside to warm up. And same with the dining room. Again, this is a very small ship, 10,000 gross tons. They call it yacht style. So think about a big yacht that you will be on. And our group of about 60 people will be 40% of the ship, I'm sure, maybe half of the ship, which is so cool. But the dinner, their breakfast, lunch, and dinner is at Lisboa restaurant. They also have room service 24 hours a day. Great menu for room service, by the way. And they have a neat thing called Paula's Pantry to go get specialty coffees, to get teas, to get snacks of any kind, from cookies to bran, muffins to juices, about everything there. It was really good, called Paula's Pantry. Next picture. Okay, what to wear on board. Here is what I want to make sure everybody gets freaked out. Now remember, you're going to have some fairly heavy clothes to go down there. Most of us will have one piece checked through luggage. That's up to your airline and whether you're flying business class or not, but 50 pounds can add up pretty quick. So you don't need to take a parka. You don't need to take big heavy boots. You can if you want to, but you'll get those muck boots to wear. So while you're on board, let's talk about now, while you're on board the ship, it is resort casual. Shirts, pants, non-slip, closed-toe shoes is really important because obviously if it's raining or snowing, things can get a little slippery. So you want to be careful there, okay? Waterproof jacket or windbreaker, a lighter one, is really important to take, I think, while you're on board, maybe just to go outside and come back in. And I would have to say maybe one with a hood, or at least have a stocking cap or something like that. Comfortable winter climate attire for evening dining on board. Okay, let's talk about this. You saw that Spider Savage pullover I've got right now. That is perfectly fine like this. It's perfectly fine to wear a sweater, perfectly fine to wear. You're going to want to wear sweaters. I think sweaters will be real important. My point to you this, it's resort casual. I will probably not take a sports coat. Ladies, there are opportunities to dress up a couple times. Guys, you most certainly can take a sports coat if you want. The one good thing about it, like a sweater, it'll keep you warm. If you want to wear that, you do not need a tie at all. I don't know, just resort casual, okay? We're going to have the majority of the ship. So our group, if we're casual, which most Midwesterns in this kind of location or destination will be resort casual, perfectly fine. That's what this is all about, being casual, okay? You see Brad and I there. I'm dressed up a little heavier outside. You see Oya, our Atlas Ocean Voyages representative, right there in the middle. I did my homework on your behalf and my behalf. This lady on that right, you can see I'm sporting my Chiefs gear proudly, and she is the restaurant manager. So Suzanne, who I met there. I also met the executive chef and the hotel manager and the cruise manager. So I know people to know. Most importantly, I met the expedition team. Okay. So there's when they did the naming ceremony. I actually I asked Nicole to put this picture in our presentation to show you the pool. The pool is heated, and then there's two hot tubs. Of course, the hot tubs are heated. You see most of us on the wall, on the sides, up on the 7th deck. There's 6 floors, and then that upper many people had hoods up, right? We were right there by the, gosh, this was, the scenery is spectacular in that big old canal. You are going to be surprised with the scenery. Okay, again, we will do a document party right now, assuming we get the documents in. Your documents, remember these wonderful things. As soon as we get the documents in, assuming we get them in, we will have our document party here at the Cruise Holidays office for our group, for our Antarctica group leaving February. The cruise is February 21st, but most of us are leaving on the 17th or 18th. Or 5:30 social time, and I will begin to go over the documentation with everything you need to know. All of this that I'm telling you about now, we will go over again at that time, but I thought it would be good to get this information to you ahead of time. Maybe you'll ask Santa for the ski gear for this trip. Just pretend like you're going snow skiing, and you'll be just fine in the clothes you wear. There's even better stuff that's lighter out there now than there was when I bought all my stuff a few years ago for for our ski trip. So this is perfect for Antarctica. Resort casual, again, I probably will not take a jacket. There are a couple nights that if you opt to dress up a little bit, you can. Remember, the weather is cooler down there, so ladies, not sundresses or anything like that. But we'll see a lot of pantsuits and pants and sweaters and things like that for most people. This is an experience to enjoy Antarctica, not to dress up and impress the world with stuff. But it's up to you. If you want to dress up, you can. Most of us will be resort casual, or what I like to call Antarctica casual. Nicole, anything else can you think of?
Did you talk about how these come home with you? So make sure you have extra room in your suitcase because they are a little more cumbersome.
They are bulky.
Yes.
They're bulky. And you get to keep the parkas. Like I said before, free? That's arguable. I guess you paid for them, right? So you get to keep them anyway. The muck boots, you do not get to keep, but they'll be there for you. By the way, if anything doesn't fit, let's just say you order, like I ordered an extra large because I knew I'd have stuff underneath it, and it fit just fine. You'll have a chance to try it on. I brought a medium back, so ladies or gentlemen, you can try the medium on. If it's too tight, you get a large. If it's just right, fine. If it's too loose, you order a small, okay? Bigger guys, if you want. If this XL is too tight on you, order a 2XL. My buddy Brad had a 2XL. But you do get to bring it back. Okay, that's the big thing. I do like that. There will be much more that we'll tell you, many more questions, things like that, and we'll address all of those, including air transfers, everything like that you'll need to find out at our document party. But I thought you'd like to know this. Maybe you can ask Santa for some of the gifts that you might need for preparation for this trip. But I got to tell you, we are in for one heck of a great experience ahead of us. It will be not only for most of us the check off of the seventh continent, but it'll be an experience we will never forget and memories that we will have for a lifetime. The other thing I wanted to ask you too, again, if you know anybody else that might want to join you, please have them contact us, and there is space still available on the ship. We'd be happy to get them. Man, what a great Christmas present to give to yourself or to your spouse or to your family, the gift of Antarctica. What a great time. We're going to have a wonderful time. We appreciate your business very much. Thank you so much. Hey, this is Mark Comfort saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We will see you January 26th, if not before. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Perfect.
Hey, that worked.